Hello and welcome back everyone to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries run of Heart of the Swarm campaign in StarCraft 2. And in this episode, we need to, finish taking down Death from Above, as it is our current mission. As we are attempting to build, a Hydra Den and expand a little bit of creep into the other base over there, so that Kerrigan doesn't have to do this all on her own, but she's going to end up doing it all on her own anyway, because there's a siege tank here. And Kerrigan just eats siege tanks with kinetic blast. It's what she does. For some reason, oh no, that's a Marauder. That's not a Goliath. I thought that was a Goliath that they were healing. Death from Above is an interesting mission because of its multi-part structure, but it's also a mission that because of its multi-part structure, I don't actually do all that well. I have difficulty parsing out what, as I mentioned in the first part, I have difficulty parsing out what I need to do and what I need to build and how fast I need to get them. Thankfully, we now have enough minerals and Vespene to form our first wave of Hydralisks. So that is the thing we are going to do.
I would think it is a bit counterintuitive to develop your unit production facilities versus just using basic unit structures in order to make lots and lots of units, because the premise of this mission is just as there's a timer at top middle. In 2 minutes, a fucking, fuck you wave is going to wipe out a lot of your shit. So I would think that you wouldn't want to overdevelop your production facilities if they're just going to get destroyed anyway.
Well, your production facilities aren't going to get destroyed. This part of the map is actually relatively well protected from the Psi-Destroyer. Not perfectly protected, because it will slowly encroach on this position if it's left alone for too long. But it takes a while for that to happen.
Energy spike detected. The destroyer field will reactivate soon.
Alright, Kerrigan. Kerrigan can actually survive in the Psi-Destroyer for quite some time. It's all of our other units that can't actually survive in it that long. Especially our creep tumors. I dislike that the Psi-Destroyer blows up the creep tumors. It is not nice of it. Build some more Vespene geysers so we can get additional Vespene whilst we're all over doing Dehaka section.
I mean, it makes sense that the Psi-Destroyers can take out the creep tumors, because creep tumors are weak.
Yes, but they're also. I know that every Zerg building is technically a living unit, but at the same point, creep tumors are only a living unit by the virtue of them being incredibly uncomplicated worm-like beings. So do they actually? They grant vision, so yeah, it actually does make sense for them to be destroyed by the Psi-Destroyer, because in order for them to grant vision, they would have to be connected to the hive mind. Damn it.
Well, I mean, easy to destroy, easy to deploy.
Very easy to deploy, thankfully.
There you go. Okay, 5 seconds. Better hold on to your safety hats. Here it comes.
Mutating into another hive. I don't need another hive, to be perfectly honest, but
Kerrigan,
you and your swarm will never threaten humanity again after today. No, which is a lie. And he knows it, too.
Dehaka, the field's returned. I've pulled back the swarm. It's up to you now.
Also, he brought his own roaches.
My pack is ready, eager to destroy the power link.
So, one of Dehaka's more interesting aspects for this mission is the fact that Dehaka actually has cliff jumping as a native part of his kit.
This device reeks of fire and death. I should drag it to me.
Like so. Also, Dehaka's drag has got an absurdly long stun on it. I think it's 3 seconds. This is my mouse fucking me over again. And with the extremely lengthy stun that comes with drag, yeah, we can just say fuck you to all of these siege tanks. And Dehaka still has one more ability that we get to unlock later, making him slightly more powerful. Still,
At this moment, I find it hilarious that we're using the Zerg, which is weak to the psionic wave, and our chief commentator is Gerdat, who is afflicted by upper respiratory infection.
Yes, irony is a thing that we suffer from, Mr. Cloud.
You see, the Dominion had slipped a little something in Gerdat's drink, so now he has been poisoned from within. It will destroy him, but by powers of resistance, in cooperation with other forces with immunities, we will succeed. That is a fucking good reach on that drag.
Yes,
Holy
drag
crap.
is amazing.
It's got stun, reach. Gotcha. Get over here.
He's better than Scorpion, though. Although he doesn't have Scorpion's teleport. Well, he gets a teleport later. It's just not a skill that we get to play with.
My task is complete.
Yay.
Will return.
Into the hidey hole we go.
Alright. So, whilst you're doing the Psi-Destroyer, you'll notice that I was actually coming back to my base in order to queue up another wave of Hydralisks.
Your queen.
You still have full access to this base and are supposed to be using that in conjunction in order to effectively have this kind of level of swarm.
Now this is a swarm.
It's not a very large swarm, though. And I'm not actually microing it very well. Especially because I don't have creep.
My queen, the Psi-Destroyer field will reactivate momentarily.
Make sure to get all of the Hydralisks and Kerrigan back to the base before the Psi-Destroyer activates. And then our forces decided to take the wrong way home.
Yeah, and then our forces got distracted. It took the bait. Maybe too late. Alright, come on, you silly billies. Get your asses back over here. Recess is over. Back to class.
Get back to the hive cluster.
We're trying, Miss
Yeah,
Kerrigan.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
trying.
This game does a good job at giving you verbal cues to tell you what to do without terribly breaking narrative, except to the part where Dehaka's talking to himself.
Well, Dehaka isn't actually talking to himself. He's talking to Kerrigan / the Greater Hive Cluster.
Oh, right. Like he should suffix all of his sentences with ... Right? Okay, everybody's back in the base.
Generating 2 more overlords to make sure that we can cap out on Psi. And now the Psi-Destroyer is back up.
There's only one power link left. Destroy it.
Can do, Miss Kerrigan.
Terrans, we will break your weapon again. We come for your power link.
And by we, I of course mean not only the royal we, but also the very literal we. Behold, Dehaka spawn.
Huh.
Now the Dehaka spawn are relatively tanky, although they are still a melee only unit, and I don't think that they actually come with drag. But that is honestly their only issue. They are honestly a really good front line for this segment. Especially because you can use a Dehaka spawn multiple times before. Well, you can use it at least a second time before the first one's run out. Man, thing is, Dehaka himself should actually be in with the main wave so that he could actually use Mend in order to heal up our boys down there that cannot actually go up top.
Yep.
No,
More units around him?
You should be using Dehaka spawn above because they also still have good jumping. I do wish that the cooldown on Dehaka spawn was a tad shorter so we could have multiple uses of Dehaka spawn before they expire, because they are timed life units. They do expire eventually.
Ah, they have vanishing. I see.
Yes, they have vanishing. And it's better than Echo.
Sure. Echo. It's more like, uh-oh.
Now, Echo is not honestly a terrible mechanic. It's just that, you know, it's one of those mechanics that should have been played around with a bit more before it was finalized.
Late game, not early game.
Yeah, but that's the thing. A lot of the best Echo monsters are early game monsters.
Which is stupid because Echo ties up your mana.
Yep. I forget if Dehaka can actually use drag on airborne targets. I think he can. I just don't remember. I know that they would still get stunned. I just don't. I know, but they also don't get pulled down to the ground. So. And so now that we have taken out the final power link, Dehaka will actually show up with the remainder of his pack shortly in order to have us do the final push on the Psi-Destroyer itself. Any moment now.
Checkpoint.
Come on, Dehaka.
Retribution will be mine.
Come on, Dehaka. You're supposed to be here.
Is he?
Yes. He shows up. There he is. Dehaka and his pack.
How the fuck did you end up over there?
He used the ventilation system. This is a space station, Mr. Cloud. It needs a ventilation system
Conquers all.
I mean,
for
I
life
guess.
support reasons.
Change will come.
I wish Dehaka's men would work on me. It would be very nice to be over this cold by now. But yeah, Dehaka's pack are effectively a primal Zerg, which you can summon with Kerrigan using the Drop Pod's ultimate. But the primal Zerg that you have the ability to summon do not gain the bonuses of your evolution missions or your mutation choices. So the primal Zerg are honestly interesting buffers, but not good.
Boldly.
What makes this push so dangerous is the fact that we've got Kerrigan and her wild mutation in order to grant us both shield and attack speed.
Jesus Christ, there's a lot of units here.
Yeah, it gets really tight if you've been playing the mission appropriately. Apocalypse!
Defend humanity from you, Kerrigan.
Channel. Boom!
Boom, chugga wagga wagga.
I am not good at using F3 and F4 to switch between my hero units. It's why Dehaka just died.
Oh, he's not dead. He's just been wounded. Just a flesh wound.
It's because we lost Dehaka, we missed out on the keep Dehaka alive achievement for this mission. But that's honestly a really easy achievement to get normally, thanks to men being so powerful.
Well, I mean, he's not really dead. He's just wounded.
Yeah.
The Psi-Destroyer is
They wanted us to use Mutalisk for this mission, but there's a shitload of missile turrets on the map, so we decided against it.
Imperial sector now.
Was that your last card, Minx? It wasn't good enough.
He's not Gambit, Miss Kerrigan, I promise.
We have way too much gumption going into this, which tells me that something terrible is about to happen.
Well, something unexpected for Kerrigan, but totally expected for us. And in the next episode, we begin the final mission. Be safe, everybody.